thank you very much, Marty. And everyone might have noticed that I am not Sally Brown. Sally asked that I chair today's meeting. She and Daryl Brown are with Daryl's father. He's not doing well. He's ailing. And so they wanted to go and spend time with him. So, of course, goes without saying, all of our thoughts and prayers and meditations are with them as they are with Daryl's father. So I will tell you that I'm pretty excited to be able to host today's meeting. One of the best things about being past president is you get to ring the bell. And this is the first time that I've hosted our meeting via Zoom. So I realized I don't have a bell to ring. So I do have some help. So Fred? Jean Lindeke, would you mind leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the four-way test?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we'll do the four-way test. The four-way test. Of the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Jean. And welcome to all of the guests here today. You really make our meeting, honor us by your presence here today. So that being said, Cassidy, would you mind doing some guests and visitors introductions?
You got it. We have a very special guest today. Chad Stam may wish to introduce him with a few words, and a fellow Rotarian.
Yeah, I'd like to introduce my dad down in sunny Florida. His name is Glenn, and he's a member of the Seminole Lake Rotary Club.
Hello, Glenn. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Is Chuck going to be on this meeting as well?
He said he was going to try to make it, but I don't know if he's in here or not.
So we may have another Floridian, Chuck, who is also a member of Glenn's Rotary, and we would welcome him too when he comes on, if he comes on. Emily Hay Arthur is here, and she is one of the co-presidents of our Rotaract here in Boulder. I think I'm going to have you wait to talk during the announcements, Emily, but you're most welcome. Thank you for being here. There was one name I don't recognize, and that's Christine Yoshinga Atano. I hope I said that correctly. Are you a guest? Would you like to say hello?
Yes, I'm a guest, and I'm a member of the Right Relationship Board. Whoops, sorry, the video was...
No worries.
Of the Right Relationship Boulder Land Group, and also of the Boulder Valley Unitarian Universalist Fellowship.
Hey, that is so wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. We're really glad that you're here. Those were the people that I noticed as I was going through everybody's video. I see Constance Holden here. You are our friend, and welcome. Is there anybody here that is a guest that I did not see, that I did not mention? All right.
Cassidy, I'm wondering if I'm seeing Tim Harms as a guest.
He's one of our speakers.
I remember Bob Stunkel from junior high or before. So hi,
Get
Bob.
out.
It's great to see you.
Oh,
yeah.
Very good. Welcome, Tim.
He's speaking to us today, Bob, so that's awesome. And
Very
you
good.
are most welcome, Tim.
Very good.
You are always welcome to bring visitors to the meeting. Please do so. Just let us know, and welcome to everybody. Thank you. Please come again.
Great. Thank you, Cassidy. Once again, thank you to all of our guests. So just one announcement that I want to make before I pass it on to Marty is we are a 102-year-old club. And so about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, we compiled a history. If you recall, we talked about it all year, and then we compiled it into a book. That book looks like this, okay? I just got my copy a couple of days ago from Amazon, all right? This is pretty sweet. That's all I'm saying is you need to get your own. Now, you might think that it's $10 or more, but it's significantly less at like $9.99, maybe $9.95. I can't remember. But yeah, see, NCW has her copy too. So particularly some of you, everyone should have this, whether you've been in the club for a long time or you're a brand new member. It tells you, and it's got pictures and they're like in color and everything. So I don't know how else I can sell this book except right here, right now. So that being said, why don't we go to Emily with Rotaract?
Yeah, so I'm here again just to kind of give you guys a reminder about our trivia night we're hosting. It is going to be next week, so it's coming up March 5th at 5 p.m. We're super excited. We've already gotten some donations from some very generous people. We're fundraising for Colorado Friendship, so it's going to go to kind of our local Boulder homeless population. We also are holding a silent auction. We have some really great prizes. We've got like Loveland ski tickets. We've got a wine passport to Hazel's for a year. We've got like a Lush gift box, and we got tons of gift cards. So we hope to see you all there. We're super excited about this.
Great. Thank you very much, Emily. And a little bit of sad news. Marty, would you mind sharing that?
Thank you, Mike. Those of you that take the Boulder camera might have noticed a very significant article in the paper on Sunday. Former Rotarian Dick Gardner passed away. He was the kind that you could say in reading that 4-column extensive obituary, he left his fingerprints on so much in the area. He was with IBM as the director of site operations, and over the years in Boulder, was involved with chairing the Boulder Chamber of Commerce. He was a board member with Hospice when it was Hospice of Boulder and Broomfield counties, which is now true. With the YMCA, with EFA, he was a board member of Boulder Community Hospital Foundation, Mile High United Way, Boulder. And of anything, he certainly exemplified service above self, and he really lived that Rotary motto. And so we have sent a condolence card on behalf of the Caring Committee. Bob Stunkel sent that. And there's a little pitch for the Caring Committee. Jeannie Schlossland and I chair that. As there is news about our members, the joys, the sorrows of life, let us know, because we do very much want to care for each other, and that's one way we can do that. So the Gardner family was certainly a significant one, and we hold them in our thoughts at this time. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Marty. Chad Stam, board report.
Thanks, Mike. So this past Monday, we had our monthly board of directors meeting. A couple of things were discussed. Chris Coker gave a report on youth services. As you just heard from Emily, the Rotaract Club is in full force. The trivia event is being planned for next Friday, and there will be links in the rib for that. We also heard from Interact. Interact is busy making blankets for foster kids as part of the Voices for Children CASA program here in Boulder. So youth services, despite COVID, is really contributing a lot of stuff here to the club. On the service and club administration front, Vanessa Mead has agreed to take over as the club secretary following Kathy's several years of great service. So we're really excited for that. And then last but not least, we did have additional discussions on fundraising. Today we are meeting to develop an online portal where people can donate their funds online to the BRCF unrestricted pool of funding. And we'll have more information about that hopefully by next week. So that was kind of the gist of it. Back to you, Mike.
Great. Thank you, Chad. Let's see. Next, we're going to go to John Sullivan. Would you mind with your report?
Yes, thank you, past President Michael. Back in the day when Zoom was just an onomatopoeia for something that went fast, Boulder Rotary Club established something called the Quick Response Team. Purpose of the Quick Response Team was to provide financial and other relief and assistance to those in need following a natural disaster. In 2013, we provided that relief for victims of the Boulder flooding. More recently, in 2020, we provided money to an Australian Rotary Club to help with relief after the wildfires in Australia. This week, BRC's Board of Directors and the Board of Trustees of the Boulder Rotary Club Foundation approved a $1,000 grant to a sister foundation of the Houston Rotary Club to help the people in that area who have suffered from the unprecedented, well, almost unprecedented winter storms and the damage there. And it is a good time to remind all of you that this is when we have some dollars in our account, we can do things like this on a moment's notice. So thank you very much. And we should be sending that check out next week.
Great. Thank you, Past President John. And really, that's part of what Boulder Rotary is all about, is when people are in need, we need to be there to help them out. And what a great example of that, John. Okay, we're going to continue on with the meeting on NCW.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Mike. Today we're going to do our membership. We're going to get it together here. Membership moment with our Valentine duet, and we have today Richard and Ruth Irvin. Are you on? You have to unmute yourself.
We are on.
Okay. All right. So Rich has been a member since September of 12, 3.5 years as a Rotarian. His sponsor is Scott Nelson, and he is a criminal attorney, retired.
No. I'm not a criminal attorney.
Criminal.
Defense. I have not. Maybe that's why the police have been coming to my house lately.
Oh, we're going to talk about that in a moment, Rich. So thank you for correcting me. And Ruth has been a member for about 2 years. Her sponsor is Lena Kotke, and she is an attorney with SSI cases. So Rich did start out as a public defender, and he realized he just loves enjoying and working with real people. So before we start, can you tell us the story about your run-in with the police, Rich?
Which one do you want to know about?
There's a will, there's a way.
Oh, yeah. Your will.
I know. Well, what I did is when I first started practicing on my own, I decided I'd try. I had several police officers ask me if I would do wills for them. And so I said, well, I didn't know how to do anything, but I said, I could probably do it. So I had them come into my office. And what I did is I had a big scale right next to my office where they sat. Because I said, where there's a will, there's a way. So we went from there to I wrote these things out. And then that night I said, what did I do? So I immediately called them up and said, don't die. And so I said, you can either come in, give you all your money back, and here's the name of lawyers who can do a better job.
Awesome. I thought that was so funny. So because it's Valentine, and I probably have a couple more people that we're going to extend it to March. So my first questions to you, couple, where did you meet, and how did either Rich or Ruth ask her out?
Well, we met at, yes, we met at the Colorado Trial Lawyers Association meeting in Snowmass, and we sat at the same dinner table. And then the story diverges. As I recollect, somehow we talked about how we just loved wearing Hawaiian shirts. And so the next morning we both showed up in Hawaiian shirts. Now, Rich remembers that a little differently.
Well, close.
But close.
So we sat at the same, did not know each other at all
Right.
before we were there. So we sat at the same table. And I learned later that Ruth was put at that table to meet another guy to get together. She didn't know that, but that was why she was there, and I just happened to be there instead. But anyway, so we
did the Hawaiian shirt thing.
So we went in and did Hawaiian shirts, and
that was that.
One thing went to another, but the other part of it, the great part of it that kind of ended it later, was I had a big trial that happened right after I met Ruth, and I won the trial, which I never figured out how I won it, but I won the trial. And I said, boy, she was really good. And I needed, I can win a lot more trials, which I did, but I had to be with her.
Awesome, awesome.
The long story.
I like both stories. Yeah. I like both stories. So my next romantic question, since we had such a wonderful one last week with Mike Brady and Cassidy, what was the most romantic gift you gave each other?
Rich is really good at jewelry, I must say. I have lovely jewelry as a result of gifts from him. But I think the most romantic probably and most memorable was, it was the summer before we got married. And we were in Hot Sulphur Springs at some bar playing pool. And he gave me a cigar band. Anyway, that was the beginning. Yes, it was romantic.
All right. My last question is, as you both worked as attorneys, what is the common denominator with your professions with the Boulder Rotary Club?
I think part of it for me is that the kind of law I did is I worked with people and in their people's situation. And I saw that as Rotary would is part of that also, being with people, dealing with people. The one problem I had and why I couldn't go in Rotary earlier, which I did because Mo Sanstead, of knowing Mo Sanstead, is that unfortunately the time of your meetings was right when court starts on Friday afternoon, so I couldn't ever do it. But I really enjoyed working with people through Rotary, and that's
right. I'll just say really quickly that my father was a Rotarian in a little town in South Dakota where I grew up, and although he didn't get to go all that often either, he was a veterinarian, so he was out and about. But I think my family instilled in us a need and a want to be of some kind of service. And I think that's why I did Social Security and SSI cases. I felt useful to at least some people. And now I sort of feel useful, although I haven't been able to go out to Sanchez for a year now. And anyway, I'm missing those kids a lot.
But I think the both of you being of service in the communities and what you were doing, defending people, I mean, here you are also contributing a lot for the Boulder Rotary Club and being involved in all the projects that we have. So I want to thank you both, Rich and Ruth, being part of our membership moment Valentine Duet. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, kiss too.
Oh. All right, great. Thank you.
Okay.
George Russell, do we have any birthdays? Yeah, you got to speak louder, George, when you're muted. You got to yell.
I'm sorry, I thought I unmuted myself. Sally wanted me to write a happy birthday poem because Rotary was started in February of 1905. So I wrote a little song. Happy birthday, Rotary. Happy birthday to you. We love and respect all that you do. In 1905, you made your first twirl. Now you have spread all over the world. You're older and younger. You're nobody's fool. Service above self is your greatest tool. You encourage us all to be our best by following and using the four-way test. You open the door so that all can come in. The fellowship gathers every nation without end. So we love you, Rotary. What more can we say but to wish you another happy birthday? Thank you. We have one birthday boy today, Scott Nelson. Scott has been a real workhorse in Rotary, and his birthday is this month. Scott?
Yeah, hello. I'd like to say I've been a member of other Rotary clubs that were basically business people clubs where people pass their business cards around. This is a true service club. I do have a brief exchange here to quote to you, which is that somebody once asked a famous French philosopher on his deathbed, do you believe in free will or determinism? His answer was, well, we all believe in free will. We have no choice. Thank you.
Very good, Scott. Happy birthday. Be sure and call me or text me if you want to speak at the table on your birthday this year. I know that we want to.
Well, George Russell, you know who I want to say happy birthday to? Is Susan Connolly. I think she wants to say something too.
Do you want to say something, Susan?
Sure. I know we're running over time, but I just wanted to say that I am grateful for so many things in my life, and Boulder Rotary Club is one of them. And despite the losses and disruptions and just weirdness of the last year, I feel like my connection to the club has grown. And I am just very, very grateful. I love seeing all your faces, whether it's on Zoom and soon again in person. And I appreciate the kindness that I experience every time I interact with anyone associated with our club. Thanks.
Good. Happy birthday, Susan.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to say, recognize their birthday? If not, we'll turn it back to this chair.
Well, I just want to comment. Thank you, George. I just want to comment, Susan, you know, someone once said to me that when you smile, the world smiles back to you, at you. And so the fact that you're such a kind person, perhaps you're seeing a lot of that kindness as well. So thank you for being a member of this club. So one announcement, and then we'll get to ringing the bell. Next Thursday, 7:15, Red Badge. Wonderful. Learn more about our club. 7:15 next Thursday. Have a great weekend. We've got some bells for you. Have a great weekend.